جاودان پاینده مانی و جاودان. ای دشمن از تو سنگ و خار ایمن و منم، جان من فدای خاک پاک میهنم. مهر تو شد میشم، دور از تو نیست اندیشم. در راه تو کی ارزشی داریم جان ما، پاینده باد خاک ایران ما. پاینده ایران، جاوید شاه، جاوید شاه، جاوید شاه. ای تو که سرچشمه هنر، نور از تو اندیش، پاینده مانی و جاودان. در منتظر حضور شاهزاده رضا پهلوی هستیم و مراسم داره خیلی عالی برگزار میشه. ادامهش بریم. پاینده مانی و جاودان، ای دشمن از تو سنگ و خار این من و منم، من فدای خاک پاک میهنم. مهر تو شد پیشم، دور از تو نیست اندیشم. در راه تو کی ارزشی دارد این جان ما، پاینده باد خاک ایران ما. نور ایزدی رهنمای ماست، به تو چون ریشم، دور از تو نیست اندیشم. در راه تو یه ارزشی دارد این جان ما، پاینده باد خاک ایران ما. جاوید شاه، جاوید شاه. از شعار ملی کینگ رضا پهلوی، یا بگین شاه رضا پهلوی، هر کدومشو بگین دشمن سوزه. بگین بلندم بگین.
And I want to send this song out to all peace-loving people everywhere. I actually got an email from an Iranian gentleman who decided to translate the song into Persian and put subtitles. So to a video of me singing it, and it was very, very moving for me. So there's a video somewhere out there with the song with Farsi subtitles. But we're going to sing it in Hebrew. Thank you so much. Thank you.
of civilization, long before ink met parchment or type met screen. Stories were the lifeblood of human connection. They were etched into cave walls, passed from elder to child, in stone, in firelight, and in breath. They were not just tales, but the threads of memory, binding tribe to tribe, soul to soil, and carved into the very foundation of empires. Mesopotamia sang of Gilgamesh, Egypt carved Isis into eternity, Greece gave us Odysseus wandering home. The Hebrews carried their covenant in scrolls, their exile in songs, their hope in a promised land. In exile and in diaspora, it was the story that kept the Jewish people united, resilient, and rooted. Persia gave us Zoroaster and Cyrus the Great, a ruler not only known for his military genius, but for his revolutionary approach to governance. When he conquered Babylon, he did not destroy its temples, he restored them. He allowed exiled peoples, including the Jews, to return to their homelands and rebuild their sanctuaries. He conquered not with fear, but with freedom. His story, etched in clay as the first declaration of human rights, still echoes to this day. That power honors story, and that story outlives power. And enslaved and honored the gods of all people. To Darius the Great, who stitched the vast empire into provinces, each thread a tapestry in an order of governance. To Khosrow the First, philosopher king, who reformed armies, balanced coin and court, and made wisdom a pillar of rule. To Xerxes, who raised stone into sky, completing the dreams that his father left behind. And in modern times, Reza Shah, who
رضا شاه روحت شاد. این رضا پهلوی
who broke the chains of clerical rule and tamed the tribes and forged a nation from fragments. And then to Mohammad Reza Shah,
جاوید شاه جاوید شاه
Iran surged forward, roads paved, schools built, industries born. He poured wealth into knowledge and strength into the military until Iran stood tall, a lion in the shadow of ancient glory. In the shadow decades of the 1930s and 1940s, as darkness swept across Europe and fear gripped. And then, in 1979, a plague swept through our homeland, not of flesh, but of forgetting. A silence that no longer spoke of Rustam's strength, Sohrab's courage, Isfandir's sacrifice, Siavash's wisdom, or Rudabeh's beauty. The soul of our stories, of our heroes, our heart, was cast into shadow. For the first time in our rich and ancient history, darkness rose greater than Zahak, the serpent king of nightmares. But this evil wore no crown of fangs, only a black cloak and a colder word. Shame! Shame. When Khomeini was asked how he felt about returning to Iran to ignite a fire that would consume our rights, our dreams, and our dignity. And just like that, the land that once birthed human rights, that taught the world to feel for its people, to honor life, liberty, and dignity. This is my story. The story of a daughter of a man who once sat behind bars for daring to dream. of a mother exiled from the soil of her birth for the simple act of being Christian.
Maximizing of the time that we have here, I would appreciate it if you.
I'm not even breakfast tomorrow morning. I actually, just for 1 second, you glossed over it. You mentioned your trip to Israel. I want everybody in this room to understand the historic importance of your trip to Israel. You mentioned that, not since Babylonian times has an Iranian of your stature come to Israel. Well, not even Cyrus the Great came to Jerusalem, and he helped build the temple. Not even, Your Highness, your father came to Jerusalem. You went to Jerusalem, and you bridged 2,500 years of history. And when you walked up to the western wall of the temple that Cyrus the Great freed the Jews to build and help finance, you connected the era of Cyrus the Great to the future of the Iranian people, and you deserve a lot of credit for that. And history is not going to be reversed. The die has been cast, and you have now played a role in the legacy of these two ancient people. So I just want to make sure that you get the credit that you deserve in this room here.
Thank you so much.
So let's talk about the future. Everybody here has witnessed the Abraham Accords between Israel and its Arab neighbors that has reversed decades of animal. Cyrus Accords, of course, is just a vision, and you've alluded to it a number of times, and you've mentioned it, and no one deserves history of being rekindled more than Cyrus the Great. So the idea of the Jewish people and the grand...
پهلوی، کینگ رضا پهلوی، کینگ رضا پهلوی. واقعا عاشقای اصلی و زحمتکشا دست شما هم در نکنه. این همه زحمت کشین و چه مراسم خوب و زیبایی برگزار شد در شأن کامیونیتی ایرانی. ممنون از شما و بقیه کسایی که زحمتکشای دیگه که اونور هستن و واقعا همگی همت کردن. دستتون در نکنه. ممنون.
Let's unite in the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter where the ancient friendship between our people become a foundation for a new alliance of free nations. A chapter where Iranians and Israelis and all people of the region can build together, trade together, innovate together, and live in peace.